Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. All right, so we're gonna be talking about issues with stalling on Ford F-150 trucks. In particular, this is a 98 with 150,000 miles. It's an automatic. So there's no codes for this issue, and it happens absolutely randomly. All right, after it happens, sometimes it starts up immediately. Sometimes you have to crank it before it starts up. It could be this could happen within intervals of months, or it could happen within intervals of days or the next day. It's just ultra random as far as this issue is concerned. Now, as far as diagnosing and troubleshooting this, there's no codes for it. So there was a lot of checking the vacuum lines to make sure that there was no vacuum leaks, but any of those things would have caused a misfire and you would get codes for it. So this is a very complicated thing to fix. Not complicated is probably the wrong word for it. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, pretty much. All right, there's no specific pattern for it. It doesn't generate a code. It seems to do this at any given time, and like a lot of you guys, I've looked online, and the truck was even taken to a Ford dealer to have it checked out, and unfortunately they couldn't the issue wasn't able to reproduce. The issue didn't come up during that whole testing period, them checking it out, and apparently they have no info on it, but you could take guesses on it. Anyway, things checked out were the EGR valve. As far as tune-ups concerned, spark plugs, wires, mass airflow sensor was changed. The fuel pump was checked. As far as the fuel pressure was concerned, that was good. It's just very time consuming and labor intensive as far as trying to figure out what the problem was. But I did come across two things that could cause it, and if you guys want to check it out, and it might help fix your issue. And one of those things that you guys could try to replace and see if it actually does change your issue with stalling on a truck is you could actually change out the evaporative purge valve. All right, that's one of the things that I came across. It wasn't something that I even considered it being the issue. So, it was racking my mind as far as troubleshooting was concerned, because I went through all the lists that I could possibly think of as far as troubleshooting this thing. I cleaned out the throttle body. I know that sometimes that causes, if it's dirty, sometimes that causes stalling and stuff like that, but it wasn't very dirty to begin with. It was cleaned, and about a month later, just when I thought I might have fixed it, it did the same thing again. It stalled. Wasn't able to start it up immediately. Had to wait like 5 minutes. Cranked it multiple times, and then but it eventually started back up. All right, and this evaporative purge valve, I actually went online for this and checked it, and somebody said it was an evaporative purge valve. It's not an expensive thing. It wasn't expensive. It was so I popped that in, and it's only been a couple of weeks and haven't had issues yet as far as stalling, but I really can't tell because there's been with this issue of stalling, there's been times where it would just run fine for months and months and months at a time, and out of nowhere it just do it, and then maybe a month later it'll do it again, and it wouldn't stall out until 6 months later or something like that. So anyway, the thought process in troubleshooting with this being the part is I don't know. I was watching some video and some guy said that the fuel between summer and the changes of fuel between summer and winter was different or something like that. I couldn't figure out what the hell he was saying, but anyway, the part was changed out, and haven't stalled since. But it's just been, it's just been a month about. But the second other thing you guys want to look at, and this is the thing that you might want to look at more seriously, is the PCM. All right, the car's ECU, PCM, ECM, the car's computer itself. And I've seriously thought about that could possibly be the issue if it was acting up. There was something with the PCM that was acting up, or maybe the PCM records your driving habits. Now, I don't know if that does that for a car for a truck from '98, but it was somebody mentioned that it could probably be reflashed. It probably needs to be reflashed. The ECM, the car's computer, probably needs to be reflashed. Maybe there's a bug in the software or something like that from '98. From '98, it needs to be reflashed. I don't know, but it's worth a try, or maybe replaced. It's worth a try. Obviously, I've heard of cars and trucks with PCMs and ECM going bad. Chryslers in particular, Chrysler vehicles in particular, Dodge vehicles, Jeep vehicles, where the heat from under the hood, or where the PCM is placed, it's placed in an area where there's heat buildup, and after the temperature reaches a certain point or whatever, it starts burning the chipboard or something like that, and they had similar symptoms of stalling and then not being able to start it back up. I don't know. That's definitely worth a look into. And from the thread that I read about that, the guy said that was a fix for his problem, but who knows? This is one of those issues with Ford trucks, particularly from this era, that has this common issue where it's just, figuring out what the issue is. It's just very, like I said, it's like trying to, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack, because it's just very, very difficult to diagnose it, and there's no seeming pattern to the issue. But I think between the two, the evaporative purge valve is cheap and it's easy to do. Pop it in, pop it out, pop it in, kind of thing. The PCM could be inexpensive too. I think I haven't really looked that up as far as the price, but I'm sure they're around like less than 100, and that's easy to pop out, pop in. As far as flashing is concerned, you might be able to. I haven't looked into it. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out whether the evaporative purge valve. I'm still trying to see if that issue comes back up. But if that issue does come back up, the next thing that I'll definitely do is to maybe changed up the PCM and have it reflashed if it needs to. But anyway, if you guys want to help other people out with this issue, definitely drop a comment in the comment section if you guys have encountered this issue and you guys have found a fix for it. All right, guys, hope my ramblings has helped you guys out in some way. Please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and all that good stuff. All right, guys, take care.